Hi, this is Whitney with PolicyPak Software. In this video, we are going to be talking about PolicyPak's RDP Manager and the MDM Edition. So the RDP Manager allows you to deliver RDP files to your users' machines and then keep it up to date in case anything changes on your end or in case they make any undesired changes on their end. All right, so this is my MDM enrolled machine. I am connected here, and I am also already have the client-side extension on here as well as my MDM licenses, so we are ready to go. Now, as a quick side note, your machines will need to have some sort of connectivity between each other. So whether that's port forwarding or a VPN or something else, they will need to be able to talk to each other. All right, so let's go create an RDP session. So we're going to come over here to our GPMC, and I'm going to create a new GPO just in the group policy object node. I don't need to create it against any particular OU because we're not delivering it that way. So I'll just call this RDP to DC 2016. There we go. All right, let's come down here and edit. Now I'm going to come over here to the computer side, and I'm going to go to the RDP Manager. Now, I could import an existing RDP file that I have, but in this case, what I want to do is add a new policy. So we'll give it a file path. A lot of people want to put this on the desktop, so I'm going to come over here and I will grab user profile one too many times. There we go, desktop, and we'll just call it server1.rdp. All right, say OK. You can remove the RDP file when the policy no longer applies if you choose to. The action here, this create, replace, update, and delete, it is the standard create, replace, update, and delete actions that you're going to see on any group policy or PolicyPak preference settings kinds of things. You also have a tooltip that will help you if you forget. The policy name here, I can just call this RDP to DC 2016. That's just an internal name. And here is where you're going to put the logon settings. Now, in this case, I can come here and do DC 2016, which should grab that information. All right, so we'll say OK. All right, we have our computer name there. Our username, you can put something in there. You can select variables. I'm going to go with this domain name / username here. And now you get to start making some decisions about what you want their experience to be. So we can change the display configuration, local resources, experience, advanced, etc. We're going to make a few changes here. So I'm going to make this a small screen, just 800 by 600, and I'm going to choose a color depth for this session, and I'll say, let's say true color 24-bit. All right, now a quick note, this square in here means that we are not delivering any particular setting at all. So if you click here, you uncheck it, and that is expressly delivering an unchecked setting. If you click on it, it checks, and there's a checkbox in there. That means we're expressly delivering a checked setting. If you click it a third time, it brings it back to that do nothing, leave whatever's already there as it is. All right, so you can come over to local resources. You can change your experience here. You can do some more advanced situations. I'm going to stick with my display settings here where I just want to do expressly 800 by 600 true color, and that's that. Now, you can always put item level targeting on here if you would like to, but we're going to keep it simple for now. I'm just going to say OK, and that's good to go. Now what we need to do is right-click, export as XML, and I will just put this right on the desktop. I'll call it RDP to DC 2016. There we go. All right, so we can get rid of this. We're done with this part, and we have RDP to DC 2016 right here. Okay, so we're going to take that XML and we're going to use the PolicyPak exporter tool to turn it into an MSI that can then be deployed. So we'll come over here. The exporter tool, in my case, it's in most used. Your case, it'll almost certainly be down here in the PolicyPak folder. And we'll come over here to the exporter tool. We are going to create a new MSI installer, and we're going to add existing files here. So there we go, RDP. We are installing for the computer. That's what we want to see. We'll hit next, and you can give it a name, a manufacturer, whatever you want to do. I like to go ahead and throw in PolicyPak right here. So next. We're going to call this, same thing as always, RDP to DC 2016. Okay, we'll save that and finish up. All right, I'm going to do just a little bit of movie magic while I log into my Microsoft Endpoint Management instance, and we'll get right back. All right, so here we are at the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center. This is just an example, but we're going to go here, go to the ad, grab our MSI and open it, and then make sure it gets deployed to the machines that need to see it. All right, and we are back. So you see we have our server 1 RDP session right here. Before we try to connect though, let's right click and look at edit right here. And we can see that the logon information that we put in there in the first place is indeed as expected. If we come over to display, we'll see that we do have 800 by 600 and true color 24-bit, just like we asked it to. So now we can go through and connect, give it a password. And there we have it. We have an RDP session, just a little bit small, 600 by 800, just like we said, and it did exactly what we told it to. Magic! If this is as amazing to you as it is to me, then sign up for our webinar and we'll get you started on a 30-day free trial right away. Thanks so much.